Yo, what's up, people? This your boy, Brandon, Mr. 4Real Grundy. I'm a little bit late on the live. Went for a ride and then ended up stopping at the store, to get nothing because they were out of what we went to the store for. So, this is going to be the first live cast of Mr. 4Real's Rundown, episode 1. And we talking about motivation, juggling being a dad and a businessman, being a pro athlete, motivation, the simple stuff. Yeah. If you have any questions, feel free to send them in because I'm answering all questions today. Yeah. So, first of all, let me see. For the people who don't know me, I'm from McGee, Arkansas. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I'm from. What else? Basically, I don't think I really fit in down there in McGee. Nothing against the people from down there, but I don't think I really fit in on any genre. Like I played sports. I was in the anime. A lot of people weren't in anime back then. But I just always thought there was something more than just being in the country, I like watching movies and watching the fights and trying to figure out how to do the moves from wrestling and all that stuff. And it was just a lot of people weren't into that type of stuff down there. So for me, it was always about being solo. I had a lot of friends, man. I got a lot of homeboys and brothers and homegirls and sisters, and it's you see what they do and you want to fit in with them, so you kind of lose yourself a little bit, but I kept it mostly together. But let me see, motivation wise, I went to McGee High School, played football. It was fun, a little bit, somewhat. What else? I think most of my motivation just came from traveling, being outside of McGee and going to the city. I always used to have fun when I went to Pine Bluff, Arkansas, or Little Rock, or in the summertime when you go hang out with their family member out of state, and seeing how they live, and it was just wow, y'all got a Pizza Hut up here and Subway and Starbucks and oh, hi Michaela. Let me see, where's my favorite place to travel to? Let me see. I really like Chicago. Let me see. Key West was fun last summer. I like Key West. St. Louis is always fun. But I'd have to say Texas. Texas just seemed like such a big place. You could go somewhere in Texas and then all of a sudden you can go to another giant city in Texas, and it's 3 major cities in Texas. It's oh my gosh. But when I went to Dallas the first time, I had a lot of fun. I know Key West was fun. Probably have to go back to Key West this August if my fight gets rescheduled. So, let me see. Being a pro athlete, it's fun. I like it. I hate that this coronavirus has changed up a lot of my stuff. What's happening with my fight? Well, I talked to the promoter and he said it's probably going to be rescheduled for August. So I'm looking for another fight before August. Hopefully May. I think a boxing match is in the works. If not a boxing match, an MMA fight. But trying to get stuff going. I'm tired of being on the shelf. And I don't want that moment to leave that I'm focused. So for me, I want to fight as soon as possible. But the coronavirus, that has put a stop to a lot of stuff for me, fight wise. And like I said, right now, just looking for fights, trying to find something to keep it going. So, got my fingers crossed on that one because hopefully there's a fight coming up. But the dad thing, I like being a dad. That's fun. You know, you got to get back used to a baby being around. You know, people say stuff is like riding a bike. No, a baby is not like riding a bike. A baby is a baby. Like, there's some days where it's just like no sleep. You know, you fantasize about sleep. So, yeah. But let me see. I started my own clothing line, Phenom Zero. I'm excited about that. You know, it's been getting like support. Not the people I'm not gonna say it like that. Let me see. Let me switch that up. The people I expect to support it haven't really supported it, but you know, I'm gonna stay positive about that part. You know, it's just like I don't expect everybody to be able to afford my gear, which I'm wearing right now. Yeah. And this is a berry shirt, not pink. So, as far as the clothing line, Phenom Zero has already been launched. Got the Reflection store online for people. Got the Team Grundy gear. That's online in the store. Just trying to get everything moving. You know, trying to stay focused and motivated at the same time. So, yeah, that's another thing. Uh, Let me see. What else? Somebody asked me the other day, how do you get into fighting? Well, first of all, you got to make sure fighting is what you want to do because a lot of people watch UFC and think they want to fight and then they don't want to train or they don't want to make the sacrifices it takes to get in there because it's easy to get in there. The thing is, do you want to keep doing it after you get in there? So, you know, I know a lot of people, and I'm not digging at anybody that say they want to do it and then they don't do it. To each his own. Like, for me, I love fighting. I like the test, you know. Now it's about the test and money. So, I'm trying to make sure I make my career lucrative for me and my family. But at the same time, I want to make it fun. And if you really do want to get into fighting or you think you want to get into fighting, first you should see what gyms are close to you. Like, see what promotions are in your state. And reach out to some of the matchmakers or the promoters. Like, you should take that initiative, especially if you live closer to the people you're trying to fight for. You should, like, reach out to them. Like, there's a lot of people. What am I doing? Right now I'm talking about fighting and what it takes to get a career in fighting. So, with the people in Arkansas, you know, like Nathan Kirby is a good person to know. Josh Hudson with Pyramid Fights is a good person. William McLaughlin is a good person to know. But it's so easy to get in contact with him now, like on Facebook, because you can send him a message and you don't even have to know him. Like, you can have a friend that knows him and you tell them, hey, I want to get on the card. And usually they'll listen to you and they might even let you on the card, like right on the spot. Who knows? But at the same time, you got to make sure this is what you want to do. Because a lot of people want to do it until they get punched in the face. Trust me, getting punched in the face is not that fun. I try not to get punched in the face that much. You know, like, out of all my fights, I've only been finished once. And then my other loss, I have 2 losses. So, LaMarcus Tucker is the only person to finish me. And me and him are cool. It's so funny because, like, we were both undefeated. And I had a feeling we were going to end up fighting. But I didn't think we would end up fighting. And, I learned a lot about me from that fight, from that loss, because, being undefeated, you think you're untouchable for that moment. And, he was undefeated and he had been doing it, I think, a little bit longer than me. But at the same time, it was like, I was on cloud nine. You couldn't tell me nothing. And I went in there and I lost, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this sucks. So I actually wanted to step away from MMA for a while, and I kind of took a break from it, and somebody ended up calling me out. And, I stepped back in there and I trained for, I think, 3 weeks with Nemesis in Jacksonville. And they helped me get right for that fight. Came back, fought in Hot Springs after my loss to LaMarcus, and I beat the guy, I think, in 1 minute and 4 seconds. And it was all right. Like, I wasn't even really surprised about the win. It was more of the, like, people calling me out and trying to give me advice and stuff. It's weird when people try to give you advice that have never fought. I still don't get that. But, why would you give somebody advice if you never fought? I don't get that. I don't know if it's just you watch enough UFC to the point where you think you know enough to tell somebody. I have no idea. But I'm trying not to ramble. So, for all the guys out there that want to get into MMA, make sure you want to get into MMA. Or boxing. Anything combat sport. Jiu-jitsu. Like, you can go in there in jiu-jitsu and learn while you're doing it, but at the same time, it's hard. Especially if you lose your first tournament, it sucks. I lost my first couple. I think I came in second and third, my first like 4 or 5 tournaments. And then I did Naga and I won Naga. And that was fun a little bit. But the biggest thing I think of making it in anything is just staying motivated, like staying focused. Because it's really easy to give up. Like if everybody could make it, everybody would make it. So that's my take on that. And with the acting thing, my inbox is so funny with the acting stuff because everybody wants to be in a movie or everybody wants to be on TV or whatever that entitles. I don't know. And they think you just like show up. You don't just show up. First of all, you want to get an agent so they can handle all the other stuff. Second, you want to see if there's even movies being filmed where you live, like in that state. Because I get a lot of messages from people back home in Arkansas, and it's like, I don't even know what's filming down there. Like, nothing against Arkansas. I just don't know. I don't even know who to talk to in Arkansas about filming. So, I live up here in Utah, so for me, it's like, there's a lot of groups you can get on or you can join and you can see what's filming up here. You can go on Utah Film Commission and look it up. But you don't just hop into it. It's not as easy as it looks. It's really not. But, back on topic. The motivation thing, like, staying in shape, that's one of my biggest assets is, I know me being in shape makes me money. That's where I get my money, is all of this, keeping it kind of tight. Little tight. But, yeah. You gotta, especially if you're in your 30s. I'm 36. You gotta hit the gym every once in a while. And I'm not talking about like, oh, I'm gonna go on this keto diet or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Nah, just go to the gym and work out. Get used to working out. Because I've been doing this off and on since 2012. Actually before that, but like, I started the fighting in 2012. And it sucks sometimes. Like, I don't always want to go to the gym. I don't always want to work out. But at the same time, I know that's what's going to make me money. Help me keep money. It's me being in the gym. Me being active and staying active. Because once I'm not active, I'm at an age where I'm probably going to decline really quick. And you don't want to decline. So, y'all got any questions? Every Sunday I'm probably going to do something, some type of live feed or something. So, if you got any questions, like, send them to me, inbox them to me, and I'll probably talk about them the next week. But yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in and listening. Love all y'all.